In this lesson, we're going to continue simplifying radical expressions. Example 1, how do I simplify radical expressions? So number 1, notice that we have the square root of 2 times 1 plus the square root of 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to distribute the square root of 2, and we'll have the square root of 2, and we'll have plus, so the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is the square root of 4. So then we'll take a look here, and we cannot simplify the square root of 2 because that would be an irrational number, but we can take the square root of 4, and that is going to be 2. All right, for time purposes, we're going to skip number 2 and go on to question number 3. So go ahead and pause the video and simplify this expression, and then once you're done solving, resume the video and check your work. So after distributing the square root of 5 and then simplifying, you should have gotten the answer, the square root of 30 plus 2 times the square root of 10. So for question number 4, we have two binomials, so first we need to FOIL to simplify. So let's go ahead and we're going to take 4 times 4, and we'll get 16. And then I would put a 1 right here, so we have negative 1. So 4 times negative 1 here, we'll have negative 4 times the square root of 5. And now we're going to multiply, and we'll have plus 4 times the square root of 5. And then we'll have minus the square root of 25. So now let's take a look at this and finish simplifying. Notice that the negative 4 times the square root of 5 and the positive 4 times the square root of 5, that those two cancel out. And so we have 16 minus, now we can take the square root of 25, and we get 5. So 16 minus 5 gives us 11. All right, so we have the square root of 2x to the 10th times 3x to the 13th, y to the 8th. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to just multiply all our parts here. So we've got 2 times 3 is 6. X to the 10th times x to the 13th. Remember, when you multiply exponents with the same base, we add the exponents. So we're going to have x to the 23rd, and then we just have left over that y to the 8th. And just like we've done before, we need to continue simplifying this. So I'm just going to break this down to the square root of 6. Now, the square root of 23, we can't take the square root of 23. Remember, we end up dividing those exponents. So I'm going to bring this down to the x to the 22nd, and that would be times x to the 1st. And now I can take y to the 8th, but I'm just going to do those all at the same time. So now I come back here and I look to see, all right, which ones of these can I take the square root of? Well, I can take the square root of x to the 22nd. Remember, you divide those exponents, so you have x to the 11th. We can take the y to the 8th. We can have y to the 4th. Now, everything that's left over that you can't take a square root of, we're going to then have the square root of 6, and then I'll just put that x underneath it. So this is as simplified as we can go here. All right, so question number 6, let's go ahead again. Let's take the square root of everything here. So square root of 36 times the square root of 2 can make up 72. And I can take the square root of a to the 8th, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And then, well, it looks like we can just, let's just simplify this one right here. We can take the square root of 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. And we can take the square root of a to the 4th. That's going to be a to the 2nd power. So we'll continue simplifying then. And we can take the square root of 36. So I'm just going to write this here. So 6. We can take the square root of a to the 8th. That's going to be a to the 4th. And then we can't take the square root of 2, so we're just going to put that right here. Now we've got our 2a squared. Now let's take a look to see how else we can simplify here. Notice you could take these. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. and a to the fourth divided by a to the second power. Remember, when you divide exponents with the same base, we subtract the exponents. So you have a squared, and then we've got the square root of 2. All right, so for question number 7, I'm going to suggest that you take and you just write this out twice. So you've got 8 square root of 3 minus 10 times 8 square root of 3 minus 10. And then we're going to FOIL this. So now we're going to FOIL. So we're going to take 8 times square root of 3 times 8 times the square root of 3. So let's take 8 times 8, and we'll get 64. And now I've got to do that square root of 3. I'm just going to put this as the square root of 9 right there, because then we'll simplify it in a minute. So now we're going to take, and we'll take 8 times the square root of 3 times negative 10. So I'll have negative 80 or minus 80 square root of 3. Now we're going to do the same thing here, minus 80 square root of 3. And then we'll take negative 10 times negative 10 is plus 100. All right, so now let's simplify some things. This, I know that I can make this. Square root of 9 is 3. So now let's simplify that. 64 times 3. All right, so 64 times 3 gives us 192. And we're going to then combine these. We have minus 160 times the square root of 3, and we have plus 100. Now, notice we can still continue simplifying by adding these two together. So we'll have 292 minus 160 times the square root of 3. All right, so now we've got that all simplified. And then we're going to skip number 8 so that this lesson doesn't get to be too long. For number 1, notice that we have the square root of 21 in the denominator. And remember, we said that we can't leave a fraction with a denominator that has a rational or a square root. So we need to then multiply the bottom by the square root of 21. And what we do on the bottom, we have to do on the top. And so because this is an expression here, we need to then multiply this by both parts. So when we multiply the square root of 21 times the square root of 7, we get the square root of 147. And then we'll take the square root of 21 times 4 and get 4 times the square root of 21. So on the bottom we would multiply, and we would have then 2 times the square root of 441. And now what we remember then from the previous day is that when we multiply a square root times a square root of the same number, it just cancels out that square root. So we're going to have times 21. So now let's go ahead and continue to simplify. And the square root of 49 can go into the square root of 147. It can go in there 3 times. So we've got the square root of 49 times the square root of 3. Now, since there's nothing I can do with the 4 times the square root of 21, I'm just going to leave that. And then 2 times 21 is 42. So let's just finish simplifying. And you're going to then have the square root of 49 is 7 times the square root of 3 plus 4 times the square root of 21 all over 42. So for question number 2, we have 2 divided by 2 plus the square root of 7. Because we have the square root of 7 plus 2, we can't just go and multiply it by the square root of 7 like we could in the previous problem. So what we're going to do is what we call multiply by its conjugate. We are going to multiply by a 2 minus the square root of 7. And what we do on the bottom, we have to do on the top. So we're going to take 2 minus the square root of 7. Now let's go ahead and we will distribute, giving us 4 and then minus 2 times the square root of 7. Now on the bottom, we're going to then FOIL this, and we're not going to have to do this every time, but I think it's important for you to see what happens here. So we'll take and we'll multiply 2 times 2, we'll get 4, and then 2 times negative, so we'll have negative 2 times the square root of 7. Now we'll multiply these. We'll get plus 2 times the square root of 7. And then we're going to take and we'll have minus the square root of 49. So we just went ahead and we FOILed all of that. Now, hopefully you notice that these here are going to cancel out. And so on the top, that stays the same. We have 4 minus 2 times the square root of 7. And then we're going to have 4, and then let's evaluate this square root of 49, and that's going to give us 7, so minus 7. And then instead of rewriting the whole top part, I'm going to erase that and make this then minus 3. So we have 4 minus 2 times the square root of 7 all over negative 3. All right, so for question number 3 then, now notice here I've got the square roots and they're adding each other, and so we're going to then multiply the bottom by the square root of 7 minus the square root of 2. And then what we do on the bottom we have to do on the top, so it's square root of 7 minus the square root of 2. So on the top again we're going to distribute. All right, and then on the bottom again, we're going to then FOIL. Now notice that those middle terms had canceled out in the last one. They're going to cancel out in all of these. So really what we have to do here is I'm going to multiply the square root of 7 times the square root of 7, and I get the square root of 49. And then the middle terms are going to cancel out, and I'm going to multiply my last terms, and I'm going to get the square root of then 4. And now all we have to do is just simplify. So we'll have 3 square root of 7 minus 3 times the square root of 2 all over. All right, so square root of 49 is 7. Square root of 4 is 2. So 7 minus 2 will have 5. All right, for question number 4, I would like for you to try this one on your own. Pause the video and then resume the video once you've had a chance to try it and check your answer. Once you end up multiplying by the square root of 10 minus the square root of 3, you should end up with 4 times the square root of 10 minus 4 times the square root of 3, and then divided by 7. All right, for question number 5, we have, notice how we have the square root of 2 minus the square root of 3 on the bottom for the denominator. So what we need to make sure that we're doing is then we're going to take the square root of 2 plus the square root of 3. And what we do on the bottom, we have to do on the top. And now we're going to distribute. So we're going to then take and distribute then the square root of 6. So we'll have the square root of 12 plus the square root of 18. And then on the bottom here, remember the middle terms are going to cancel out. So we have the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 gives us the square root of 4, and then simplified is 2. And then the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 gives us the square root of 9. And then evaluate that, and then you'll have minus 3. All right, so let's simplify things. Now notice that we can still simplify the square root of 12 and square root of 18. So we're not quite done here. So we're going to take the square root of 4 times the square root of 3, that we just did this part right here, plus the square root of 9 times the square root of 2. So we just did this right here. And then let's just take 2 minus 3, which is equal to negative 1. And so square root of 4 is 2, and then times the square root of 3, and then we have plus 3 times the square root of 2 all over negative 1. Now if you wanted to, you could say that that is equal to, you could just stop right there, but we could divide everything by a negative 1 and get a negative 2 square root of 3 minus 3 square root of 2. And so either one of these answers would be just fine. Now question number 6 is a lot like the ones we've just been doing, and so for time purposes we're going to skip question number 6. So in this lesson, we took a look at how to simplify rational expressions.